CPI data came in and the market reacted. I'm going to also tell you what the market's going to do because in a week we got Jerome Powell's reaction to the CPI data. We're going to talk XRP price, possible ceasefire, Hbar action, Bitcoin.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Oh, there's some green up on the screen, and it has to deal with CPI data. We're going to take a deeper dive into Hbar's pump and dump, XRP's pump and dump, and BTC's pump and dump. You notice they're all trading as a big blob. Yeah, it's got to do with CPI data and expectations with Jerome Powell and the Fed. But before we get into that, your comments. Now, comments are going to be a little different today. Just did a live stream doing CPI data. It's going to be linked at the end of this video. Huge shout out to everyone out there with the messages, comments, and support for the channel. So, your comments that I'm sharing, it's the overall support that I got from the live stream. Look at that, 736 messages. Rock on to all you watching. Bitcoin sitting at 83,532. ETH is 1,900. Pain train for ETH. SOLANA 127. ADA 74 cents. XRP 221. Hbar is hanging out right now at 20.5. Market mixed reaction. So first things first, we've got a U.S.-Ukraine agreement for a ceasefire. Will Russia join in? If Russia does, that's going to help out the markets. Why? Because it's less risk. That's just a poop sandwich that we've mitigated. Now, I'm sharing this with you because we've seen that the macros and geopolitical events definitely affect the crypto market. But I want to see what happens later on today to see if Russia accepts it. But let's get right into the juice, and it's this. CPI data came in at 2.8%, so it did go down. That's good. It didn't go down enough, and what the market, especially Jerome Powell and the Fed, what they're looking for, not just 1 month of good CPI data, they want month after month of CPI data. Now let's peel back the onion and start going deeper into this stuff, and that's why I'm trying to earn your sub and the clickage of the like button with deep dives like this. The CPI for all urban consumers increased 0.2% seasonally adjusted in February after rising 0.5% in January. So it went up, just not as fast as the previous month. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported over the last 12 months, all items increased 2.8%. Now this is where stuff gets weird, okay? The index for shelter rose 0.3% in February. Shelter should be going down in the winter months, and it's not. That's not a good sign, okay? Accounting for nearly half of all the monthly items increase. The shelter increase was partially offset by a 4% decrease in the index for airline fares. Who the cares about airline fares? It's not like we're all flying every day. The things that affect us the most are food, fuel, utilities. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. A 1% decline for gasoline. That's a good one. Despite the decrease in the gasoline index, the energy index rose, though, with electricity and natural gas increasing. Again, we're still getting pounded on the retail side. And when we're getting pounded on the retail side, what happens? Our discretionary money is less. We have less money to spend on crypto, less money to take our wives, husbands, side actions out on date nights because it's being eaten up by inflation and high interest rates. So now let's go even further, okay? Look at this chart. This is the 1-year trend for inflation up on the screen. We had 4 months in a row of inflation going up. That's bad. That put a lot of the market on hold, right? Capital on hold. Because players don't want to get into a risky market as rates stay higher for longer. So we got the 2.8, which is good. We went down. Wouldn't be nice if she did. Just throwing it out there. When the announcement happened, check it out. This is BTC. Pumped on the announcement. Macros rule the roost. I've been telling everyone that. Look at Hbar. Pumped on the announcement. XRP. Pumped on the announcement. But look, then the market sold off. Then the market sold off. Then the market sold off. Why? Because 1 good month is not enough to offset 4 bad months in a row. Yes, 1 good month is awesome. That's how a trend starts. A trend starts with 1 good month, and then you get a second, and then a third, and then a fourth, and you get my point, right? 1 good month can stop the bleeding, but it doesn't mean we're healing. Now, let's take it a little further. Jerome Powell, A week from today, Jerome Powell and the Fed, they make their decision. They're going to pause. I'm telling you right now, they're going to pause. Anyone out there that's telling you otherwise, they're smoking the good stuff, and tell them that sharing is caring. All right? We're going to pause. That's not what we're concerned with. And by the way, that announcement is at 2 p.m. next week, Wednesday. We're going to have a live stream regarding that. Seriously, join us on the live stream because it was freaking awesome. Chat was freaking awesome. And seriously, my hat goes off to chat today because y'all make the stream so much fun. So, 2 p.m. is the announcement. They're going to pause. It's 2:30 p.m. next week, Wednesday. It's the key. Why? That's when Jerome Powell goes on the mic. If he mentions anything about raising rates, market's going to crash. If he mentions anything about keeping rates higher for longer, market's going to poop itself. Now, if he talks about cutting rates, oh, baby, we could go green. But he's not going to talk about cutting rates because he's been notoriously hawkish. Shout out to the trick out there, better known as hawk in these neck of the woods. So Jerome is going to pause, but we need to see what his demeanor is afterwards, okay? That's at 2:30. So right now, you got to start looking at the expectation for the Fed. Zoom out just a little bit, okay? Because remember, we had one good month. What did that do for our stats? Check out the May contract. The May contract, you still have a 67% chance that they're going to pause. So 2/3% chance they're going to pause. That's not good. We need some rate cuts because we need interest rates to go down so venture capital can get back into crypto and start building. Because right now, when we look at this big blob up on the screen, this is a speculative blob, not a utility blob. How many of you watching right now use XRP as a payment utility to move money? You probably don't. You probably use it just to buy it low and sell it high. Same thing with XLM. Same thing with Hbar, right? You need the utility to keep things going. And that utility comes from venture capital. And venture capital aren't going to enter the market while rates are high. While inflation is high. They're going to wait for rates to come down. Now, let's take a look overall. BTC dominance, 13 out of 100 right now, which means BTC is holding its own better than the rest of the crypto market. The market is still trading as a big blob. It doesn't matter if you're a meme, like Doge. It doesn't matter if you're a utility token. It doesn't matter if you're store of value token. They're all trading together, which sucks. That means the bots and the algos are in control. That's not good. We don't want that. We want the market to trade individually. We want our ISO utility friends to do one thing, our store of value things doing another. Zooming in, BTC, clear as day. Pumped on the news, and now look at that. We're lower than where we were before the Fed announcement. The market was hoping for more. The market was like, yo, we got 2.8 in, but we were really hoping for 2.5. And again, that's yet another example, and I've been telling y'all this, that the crypto market is overly optimistic. There's expectations that are just way too high. The market wanted more. Look at Hbar. Same thing. Pumped on the news, sold off even more so. Because macros still suck. Let's pretend that this is like our kids in school. And we got little Timmy. Little Timmy's got a biology class, okay? He's got a D in that class. All of a sudden, little Timmy comes home and he's like, yo, Mom, Dad, I got a B+ on my test. And we're like, awesome, Timmy. But you still got a D in the class, my guy. You're going to need a lot more B+. You're going to need a lot more good tests and quizzes in order to bring your grades up. That's where we're at right now with inflation. See, we were just brought a B+ today. But this B+ doesn't really outweigh all those D's and F's we've been getting over the last several months. So just like little Timmy with school, we're looking at this going, okay, it's good news. But there was so much bad news before that it didn't erase it. So little Timmy, thanks for getting that B+ in biology, but you better freaking be getting A's the rest of the semester, and that's what Jerome Powell is looking at. Now you look at Hbar, XRP, BTC, same thing. XRP, and I even said this during the live stream, I said, watch, you're going to get an overreaction to the news, and then you're going to see the market really go to where it wants to go, and that's this. Down, down, down. We are right now even lower than where we were before the announcement. So we get good news, right, of the 2.8, but yet the market dumps itself. This is exactly what we talked about in the live stream. How you can't watch this initial reaction. The initial reaction is always the overreaction from the crypto market. And then if you wait a little bit, hour, 2 hours, you start seeing how the market really feels. After people are digesting the report, going, okay, so this is good, but it's not great. It's good, but the last 4 or 5 months have sucked some balls. One good month does not erase 4 months of suckage. It's just common sense math, right? Now, you get 3, 4 good months in a row. Now we start talking about that being a trend. So, the price action that you're seeing up on the screen right now is reflective of where we are in the market. We got good news to temporarily pump us, but then the market zooms out and realizes, oh, inflation is still disgustingly high. Venture capital is not jumping into the market the way they should. Jerome Powell and the Fed are probably going to pause for longer in 2025. That's not good at all. That's going to cause some liquidity problems in the market. It means that rates are going to be higher, so inflation is going to chew up people's budgets as well. That's not a good sign at all either. Fuel still high, housing still high, food still high. That means what? It means we have less discretionary spending. We have less money to buy Pokemon cards, and we've got less money to buy crypto. That's why the market is reacting the way it is. And the worst part about all this is XRP, Hbar are very different than BTC, but their charts all look the same. That sucks. Hopefully when the regs come in, we fix all the wash trading and we fix all the bot trading. That'll bring some money in from the sidelines. But right now the story is pretty simple. Little Timmy came home with the B+ on his last test, but little Timmy's still failing biology. And we need a lot more tests, good ones, to come in from Timmy before we realize, hey, he turned the ship around and we might actually be getting a C in that class. So if you wonder why BTC, Hbar, XRP, XLM, and our others pumped and now dumped, it's because we did get good news, but we still had 4 months in a row of bad news that we have to work through. So overall, we're still in the bad news zone. We just hope that this CPI data becomes a trend. And join me a week from today because we're going to be going over what Jerome Powell says live. And trust me, he's going to pause. If you watch any channel out there that tells you otherwise, that they're going to lower rates, seriously, unsub from that channel because they're just trying to sell you hopium. I'm not. I'm selling you the news, good or bad, happy or sad. And those of you watching the live stream saw the price action play out exactly how I told you it would. We're going to pump on over-optimistic news, and then we're going to go back down to where we belong, based on the reality. So there you go again, the market playing a little pumps and dumps on us. Lowercase p and lowercase d, of course, but that's the deal. And the analogy I brought up with the kid bringing home an B+ test after getting a bunch of Fs, that's honestly what we're dealing with in the market right now. And the most frustrating thing for me, and this is me totally peeling back the layers, no YouTube algorithm, the thing that really worries me the most is that meme, utility, and store of value cryptos all trade the same. That's how you know we're still stuck with bots and the BS crypto world is still alive and well. With BS. Because think about it. If you look at the stock market, if there's bad housing data, right? Home sales come in and home sales suck. It's not like the airline industry goes down. It's not like the food industry goes down. No, things associated with housing go down. And just like in the crypto market where you've got some meme, you've got some store of value, you got some utility, right? You got some money movement stuff. They all go down. That doesn't make any sense, does it? It's because the bots are in control. Because there's market manipulation rampant. So we're hoping that the regs clear that up and give us a little bit more confidence in the market to allow some of that sideline money to come in and play in the market that we love. That's when we'll really start roaring, when we get those regs in and the market feels more confident in its approaches. So right now, we're going to just wait and see what Jerome Powell says next Wednesday. Hopefully he's not a total ass about things. We're going to wait to see if some of the other macros improve. It'd be nice for a break in housing. That would really help out the crypto market. But we've seen what happened with housing. Inventory levels suck, prices are high, and rates are still too high. Yeah, not good, everyone. But today was a start. Today, little Timmy brought home a B+ test. We're happy with little Timmy. We're not going to punish him. But zooming out, little Timmy is still failing that class. We're going to need a lot more good test results to come in to turn things around. That's why you should hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out, because I bring you the news, good or bad, happy or sad. And I was happy to bring you a live stream this morning, which, by the way, it's linked at the end of this video. Check it out. Special thanks to chat. Chat made it fun AF. Super support in the chat. I was missing the live streams because the last couple months I was in Guatemala. I didn't do a live stream then, so it felt good to get back up on the saddle. Speaking of getting on the saddle, I've got a race, 100-mile race in 24 hours coming up in 3 days. I'm getting ready for it. I'm icing my hammies right now as I do this video. That's right, my buttocks and hammies are cold. I'm getting them ready. Ready for what? Ready for me to pass people and say, choo-choo bitches.